Hey guys, so I had someone ask about a stitch braid ponytail. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that on this mannequin. Now on the other video that I did, this one, I'm gonna link it here. That one is for a stitch braid ponytail where you have it in the middle. This person asked about how would it go if we were to have it on a side, either side. Now, that other video, I feel like if you do that one, it will be great for having more structure if you do a centerpiece where the middle is just one. Now, if you had multiple in there, that would cause issues on it laying flat. So if you did the single one in the middle, you should be able to shift the ponytail over just a tad. However, if you want the ponytail to lean in more, there's a couple things you want to think about as far as the finishing for your ponytail. Okay, so even though we're doing a side ponytail, the first thing we want to do is find the center of the head. After you guys have your 4 sections done, then you're going to figure out which side that you want your ponytail on. For this video, I'm going to do the ponytail on this side so that way you guys can see. In order to get it where this portion lays flat into that ponytail, you have to offset this line. So we're going to do that by taking some of the hair out of this area and pulling it over here. Same for this one and pulling it over here. That way we can get our circle still with the 4 points, but it's in a different area. Okay, so now I like to slice them where it's like a triangle to try to help myself where I'm not taking too much, because depending on what your design is going to be, you still want to have either straight lines going into that area, or if you're doing a curve, you want it to not be so much bulk over here. So you do that by cutting a slice where it's thick here and then it's skinny over here. So like a little half triangle type thing over there. So let's put that off over to that side. And then this is going to give us a piece here. Now, think about that person when they lay down. You never want your ponytail piece to be all the way over here, because if they lay down, they can't lay flat with that ponytail right here, especially if you're about to do a stitch braid ponytail where it's going to be thick. Even on children, I don't do it where it's in this side over here, because that can start to hurt when they are trying to lay on it. If your hand can lay flat before the ponytail starts, you're good to go. But if you have this point and it's all the way over here and it's in the way of your hand laying flat, they won't be able to lay down. So think about that when you guys are positioning this line. So go ahead and pin this part back up. And now you're going to do the same thing for this one. You're going to use this section that you have and go that way. So just bring that in where it meets there. So now we're going to add this hair to that one and put this part up. I try to explain these where you guys are using simple lines. Once you guys get the hang of it, you'll be able to just part off a ponytail from the vision that you want without any issues. It's really just knowing those little key foundation things like your pressure areas on the head, so that way you're not causing pain when they're wearing the hairstyle or that they want to take it down really fast. So this would be a perfect area if you were shifting it offset. But my preferred, like I said, is that other video. But since mine has a 1 in the middle, I'm able to shift it to either side still with good structure and without it hanging on the person's head. So now we have the point here, and we will follow the exact same thing as we did as the other video. And this would be where you start to angle just a tad different, so that way you can keep it where it's still a nice width at the base, but so that way you don't keep going in this direction, because if you keep going like this, you're going to pass your circle. So you want to turn it this way so that way you stay into your circle. here, you could just slice this piece off, and then you have a little bit more too on this mannequin. All right, so this would be how you part it when you are trying to do a side ponytail. Okay, so when she does her ponytail, it would be best for you to take these braids that's over here, slide these up first and hold your grip, then place all your other braids the way you want them. I like to do it where I am sliding up the area where it's going to lay firm first, and then bring in the others, so that way I can make sure this lays smooth, and going around. I start from the fronts because that's the most important to me and my clients. So slick up the area just like we were in the back. We're gonna slick up that front part, and then we're gonna close over your ponytail. But since this one is a side, we're gonna slick up the side first and then close over for our ponytail. Now, when you guys are doing the ponytail that's going to hang, if they are doing a heavy ponytail, this will cause headaches. So you want somebody that's doing a light ponytail. I wouldn't do people that wear buns all the time. I wouldn't do it this far off to the side. I would recommend them to keep a middle part for their structure, and they can shift it over either way that they want their ponytail to lay. But if they're going to have a designated one to the side, make sure they're doing a light ponytail. This is nice for the stitch braid, and then you're doing a crochet ponytail, or if you're doing a weave ponytail, those are really light compared to you doing a butt length braid ponytail is going to be super heavy, and you want to make sure that you're not putting too much weight on this area, because that's going to cause too much tension, and these hairs here can end up breaking. So pay attention to that when you're doing the side ponytails. Otherwise, this is how you part one. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comments. If you have a different style that you want me to do one on, drop it in the comments.